different. Desire. It's like past want. These like when you hear desire, fire and desire. I just wanted to add that in there. But when you hear desire, it is like a fire inside of you that you cannot put out. It's like we long to do things. We long to become something. We long to have a certain career. We long to have a certain lifestyle. We desire it. But why doesn't that desire turn into action? Why doesn't that desire turn into action? Why doesn't that desire turn into effort? Because it ain't true desire. It's something that sounds cool. It's something that would be nice if you had. That's not desire. I don't want you to get it confused with desire. Don't get wants and desires confused with each other because they're totally different. What you want and what you desire is not the same. You say, I want tacos. So you go get tacos. You hardly ever say, I desire tacos. Because if you don't get tacos, whatever, you'll find something else to eat. It won't be a big deal. But when you desire something, nothing can replace it. There is no substitution for true desire. There is no, I'll say it again, man. I don't know if y'all hear. There is no substitution for true desire. There's nothing that can replace it. You feel it. So don't go through life trying to fill a desire with something that you don't desire. If you desire a certain life, don't pick a life that you don't desire. If you don't like a certain job, don't pick a job that you don't desire. Don't hang out with people who you don't desire. Don't go to places that you don't desire. Don't do things that you do not desire. We do it often. We do it all the time. For what? For why? What's the reason? No one knows. Why do you go against yourself so much? Why do people go against themselves so much? You know what you want to do. You know what you want to become. You have the desire inside of you. I don't care what it is, how old you are, how long it takes, how far it is. If you desire, you go after it, because life is not about where you end up. It's what you do before you end up. It's all about the journey. It's not about the day you were born or the day you die. It's all about what happens in the middle of that. What happens in that dash? What happens? Were you fulfilled in those times? It has nothing to do with where you end up. Understand, everything is the journey itself, because you don't know how or when it's going to end. So you cannot determine about the end result. It's all about the journey itself. So do what you desire, because doing what you desire brings forth a journey that is supposed to be for you. It's the journey that's for you. It's the journey itself that's for you. That's the experience you're supposed to have. Y'all tell me if I'm not making sense. I see my people in the chat. I want to say good morning. Gotta say good morning to my brother Troy. Thank you for tuning in. Lanice, thank you so much for tuning in. Momo 800, good morning. And Eric is in the chat asking me about my skin. Just going to repeat this because it may take some time for people to get used to it. The new start time for Top of the Morning is 9 a.m. and no longer 8:30. Moved it up to 9 a.m. because school is back in. I take my daughter to school every morning, and she has to be to school at 8:15. There's no way I can get here by 8:30, so I have to make some adjustments based on my life. But y'all know what we do. We don't stop. We just adjust, baby. That's all we do. We adjust. Life is all about adjustment. I don't complain much. I just adjust. I have my moments. I do. But we just adjust. Just adjust. Give yourself a moment to be like, damn, this is going to be irritating. Or damn, I got to switch it up. Okay, fine. But switch it up, adjust. Let's move on. We got to get to the point of what you truly desire. So let's talk about that a little bit more. What do you truly desire? What do you freaking want, people? Like, what do you want? Let's stop all the games. Let's stop everything else. What do you want? What do you want? Most people don't know. Most people are stuck. They're stuck in line. Say, let me get a let me get a la 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 la. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let me get a la 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 la. Let me get a yeah. Hold on 1 second. Yo, what's good here? What do you suggest? Now it's not even what you want no more. You count on somebody else to fulfill your desire of eating. You gotta know what you want. You gotta know what you want. And if you don't know what you want, you gotta decide on what it is you want to find out if you want it. If you don't make a decision, you never gonna know if you want it or if you're not, if it's for you or if it's not, if it's good or if it's not. You got to make a decision, go after it, make the mistakes, and adjust. You ordered a triple cheeseburger with the bacon and you didn't like the way they put the mayo on it. You know next time you go, you're not gonna get the mayo. You know next time you go, you're not getting that. You know next time you go, it's gonna be a different experience. But you have to make the decision in order to get to that point. I want to say good morning to everybody in my Instagram live as well. Top of the morning to y'all. Make sure y'all ain't got the app, man. I'm about to stop going on Instagram live. Y'all better get the app and stop playing. We spend too much money on that thing. Shoot, we spend a lot of money on this app monthly. Y'all better stop playing and download that thing. Shoot, we ain't playing. But what do you want? Y'all ever been with somebody? And I know everybody been with somebody. And you ask that question. What's the most annoying thing when you ask somebody like, hey, you know, what you want to eat? and people getting in real arguments over what to eat, what's for dinner, because nobody know what they want. So everybody's what's the big F word? Frustration. It's frustrating when people don't know what they want. That's why most people's lives they're frustrated in life, because they don't know what they want. So they're frustrated with themselves. They're frustrated. Life is frustrating. Things are frustrating. My job is frustrating. My friends are frustrating. My significant other is frustrating. No, you're frustrated because you don't know what you want. You don't know how you want it or who you want. You haven't gotten specific. People say, I want a house. Where? Where? So you can say, I want a burger, but where do you want the burger from? Got to get specific with what you desire. You're going to end up getting something you don't want, something you don't desire. So what do you want? And you know it too. Here it is. Look, if you can't really figure it out, what is it that burns inside? Just like when you see something, when you hear something, when you recognize something, whether it's you see it on TV, you see it on Instagram, you see it around the corner from you, wherever you live, whatever it is, you be like, damn, I wish I could have that. I wish I could do that. Or I want to, like, it don't matter what it is. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. You just have to start moving towards it. You lazy mofos. People too lazy to think. They don't even want to think about what they want to do. It's too much work. I'd rather not think and have somebody think for me, because thinking scares me. What if I think the wrong stuff? What if I make the wrong decision? So what happens when you're thinking about making the wrong decision? You make no decision, which is 10 times worse. Ten times worse. I read a book that says indecision is like cancer. It kills your dreams. It kills your advancement, and it kills your connection with God. Even God said in the Bible, it said, be hot or be cold. When you're in the middle, not making no decision, you're lukewarm, baby. Nobody likes lukewarm. Nobody likes a lukewarm drink. I want my drink either cold or I want it hot. Am I lying? The only time I'll take room temperature is if it's Wawa. If it ain't Wawa, it got to be cold or it got to be hot. That's it. How you like your coffee? Cold or hot? That's it. Lukewarm coffee is nasty. You ever had lukewarm Sprite, soda, whatever? It's nasty. The point of that whole thing is you got to be in or out. You got to be off or on. You got to say yes or no. There's no in between or still trying to figure it out. You have to find out. And the only way to find out is to put yourself in a position to get the experience that's going to give you the information necessary to make the decision. You don't know because you don't have the information. You don't have the experience. You know, it's a lot of people that want to play football, right? And they say, man, I want to play football. And they go out there, they play football and say, I ain't playing football. They've got out there and decided and realized like this ain't for your boy. But you got to go get that experience to find out if it is or if it isn't. Because you're wasting time wondering. And that's the bad part. See, if you go out there and at least try, you get a whole bunch of experience and you can say, man, hey, look, I didn't want to play football, but I did want to play football. I got there, I realized I didn't want to play. But let me tell you why I know I don't want to play. This is what I learned. You share that with somebody else who's trying to make that decision. You could be stopping somebody else from reaching their goals because they count on you to reach yours. You lazy. I'm going to say it again. You could be stopping somebody else from reaching their goals because they counting on you to reach yours. Is it your responsibility? No. But is it your responsibility? Of course, because we have influence on everybody. You influence the people around you. If you're going after what you want, guess what people are going to do? Go after what they want. And then what happens is you change your environment. Now, everybody around you is going after what they want. It's a different type of energy. You now created your environment to fit you for what you want. What you like. So what you desire? What is it that you desire? Do you know? What do you want to give a try though? What do you wonder if? Like, I wonder if I just actually win at this. You know, I'm gonna say shout out to my cousin because something I've always wanted to do, I always thought I was really good at, was making music, which a lot of people do, you know, whatever. So I was always kind of discouraged from like really taking more effort in the music world because I saw so many people doing it and I felt like, I don't want to look like them people. I allow other people to stop my desire, which is crazy. But I'm experiencing it now, you know, as being 32 and realizing like, man, I didn't pursue this because of other people, because I saw other people doing it and not working out. And I feel like, man, I don't want to be like them. So I let the desire of that deflate. However, thanks to my cousin, now I'm doing it. By the way, new project coming out tomorrow. I'm about to do a shameless plug. Since Birth 2. If you like motivation, you like motivation music, you like things that don't got a lot of cussing in it, and that still has the effect that you want, man, go listen to the music. I don't care if it's in your playlist or not. I'm enjoying the journey of it. I'm doing what I desire. So I'm happy with the result regardless, because the journey is I'm most happy about. The experience I'm most happy about. I don't know if I'm ever going to make it as an artist, but guess what I can do now? The experience I get from doing the music, I can share with somebody else, and maybe I enter the world in a different way. Maybe I become a songwriter. You don't know what it turns into, but you just have to go towards the direction that's burning inside of you. Who knows? After all this stuff, you're building this whole radio platform and music, it all meshes at one point, right? Music and radio go hand in hand. So now we got, we create a music station. We got a good news music label. Like, you don't know what this turns into. So you go into the places you desire and you let it unfold for you, and the answers will be revealed. But you got to move forward. You got to move forward so you can get the answers revealed. It's literally like being in a car. And I said this use this metaphor before. You can only see about 30 feet ahead of you. And at nighttime, when you're in a car with the lights, the headlights only see about 30 feet ahead of you. You have to keep driving for the next 30 feet to be revealed, and the next 30 feet to be revealed. So every foot that you drive, another foot is revealed. Let me help you. Every step you take, another step is revealed. Every time you move forward, more part of the journey is revealed. That's why you just gotta move in the way that you desire. And don't worry about the results so much. Just worry about the experience that you're getting. The results are going to happen whether you like it or not. The results are going to be the results. So don't worry so much about the results. Get the experience in the journey, because you don't know what that's supposed to be for. I tell people sometimes you're meant to play football to be a coach. Some people are better coaches than they are players, but that's why they have to be a player first and learn how to be a coach. It's the journey itself. You don't know what the results are going to be, but you have to just go through the process. Either way, go after what it is you desire. You got to make a choice. Here we are, crossroads now, make a choice. And here's the thing, yo. Let me share this with y'all. Hurry up and make a choice. Like, don't take no 2-3 months to decide. Don't take that long to decide. Don't worry about making the wrong choice. Making the wrong choice is better than making no choice. I've said it before. Making the wrong choice is better than making no choice. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about life or death choices here. We're not talking about that. Come on now. Don't start with me. We talking about success mannerisms. We talking about taking a chance on you, making a choice on what you think you're supposed to do. We making educated guesses on what you think you're good at, what your desire is, where your heart lies. We're not talking about stupid stuff. We talking about making the choice on what you want to do with your life and your time here before it ends. Before it ends, because it will. My cousin just hopped in the chat, K Cannon. He said, I'm with you, man. I let the opinions of others affect me for too long. I appreciate you bringing value to the movement. I appreciate you adding me to the movement, because it's something that, like I said, it's something that's why I said shout out to my cousin, because I don't know who's listening, but shout out to my cousin because he put me in a position that I can do something that I desire in my way. And it kind of all meshed together. And I learned this lesson from him because he was doing it. And he wasn't doing it. I wouldn't even, once again, said it before, who you surrounding yourself with? You got to create the environment that you know is conducive for you. Who you spending your time with? Because the people you spending your time with can actually help you, propel you. They could be setting up situations for you. You don't even know. But if you don't make a decision, you're never going to end up at the same place at the same time. You know, they say what luck is when opportunity meets preparation. So the experience is preparing you for the opportunity. So yeah, you've been playing football just so you can prepare for the opportunity to be a coach. You understand what I'm saying? You may have thought it was going to work out a different way, but the experience, like I said, is better than the results. The experience is better than the results, because the results is just, here it is one day. The experience lasts much longer. See, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to use sports again. It's football season. It's a big difference from playing the whole season, winning the championship, then showing up on the last game and say, I'm going to show up for this one game on championship and win. Even if you win a championship, you show up for that one game and win a championship, nobody's going to give you any type of accolades. You showed up for one game. You showed up for the championship and won. You showed up for the results, but you didn't show up for the journey. The journey is, they talk about the season. When they talk about the championship, they don't talk about just the game. They talk about the season that led up to the championship. So don't just show up for the results. Show up for the journey. And if you're worried about the journey, if you truly desire, the journey will be easier than you expect. And a lot of times, as long as you're willing to do whatever it takes, it won't cost you everything. If you're willing to do whatever it takes, it won't cost you whatever. If you're willing to give it all, it won't cost you all. Just be willing. But you gotta be in that space of desire. You gotta feel good about it. So many people waste a lot of time. So many people waste a lot of time just being still. Just being still. Just waiting. Just waiting. I hope something happens. Something's gotta happen eventually, right? Yes, something will happen eventually if you are producing something for something to happen eventually. To catch a fish, you have to cast the net. To catch a fish, you have to cast a net. That means you have to come prepared to catch a fish. You have to come prepared to catch a fish. You can't just sit on the beach on the side and say, I hope a fish jumps out of this water into my lap. As long as I sit by the river, eventually a fish is going to jump out onto the land, right? No, it is going to never happen. It requires you to come to the river prepared to catch a fish. Both people showed up, but one showed up prepared. I'm going to say it again. Two people showed up to the river. One showed up, no fishing gear. The other one showed up, all the fishing gear. Who do you think is going to catch more fish? So you got to show up prepared. You got to show up ready. See, when you show up ready, it shows that you desire. I don't know about you, but I've interviewed a lot of people doing this, in my career now and building what we're building. I've met a whole lot of people who've gotten to do real interviews. I'm not talking about on there. I'm talking about interviews for jobs, for spots on the network. And it's always the most prepared people that the show. It's the desire that they show. I tell people all the time when they come in here and they sit down for me, it's like, yo, I'm not even looking at how many shows. I'm looking at how's your dedication towards what you want to do. What's the desire towards this? Because I can work with that. And some people come absolutely prepared. They'll do whatever it takes. That's the type of people I like to work with. That's the type of people I feel like gonna be successful with us. So back to the beginning, as we come to our last few minutes here, what do you want? What do you want? And maybe you ain't got it all figured out, but you got some of it, right? So work from there. Spend time thinking about what you want. Just spend time. Just take the time out and say, I'm going to think about what I want. How often do you do that? Just sit and say, I'm going to think about what I want. And many books, many lectures have said, write it down. Just write it down. So I'm going to try and just start scribbling. Just start scribbling. You don't have to have everything figured out, but you need to start figuring it out. Ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening. You got to straighten it out. You got to straighten your thoughts out. You got to straighten your goals out. You got to straighten your desires out. You got to figure out what it is you're going to do with this time you have left. You got to figure out how you want to live with your time left. You got to figure out where you want to live. You got to figure out who you want to live with. You got to figure some things out. So take the time to figure it out and don't get stuck in the point of indecision and just accepting what you have now as life. Don't accept, I'm going to say it again. Don't accept what you have now as life unless you have what you desire. If you have what you desire, the show isn't for you. But thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Share it with somebody who needs it. I do not have what I desire. I'm on the journey, however, that I desire to be on. I'm on the journey that I desire to be. I'm going to say it again. I don't have what I desire, but I'm on the journey that I desire to be on. I'm doing what I desire. I'm doing what I desire. So that's only going to lead to me getting what I desire because I'm doing what I desire. So make sure you spend time cultivating that. Cultivating your desires, cultivating your thoughts, cultivating your wants. Really sit there and say, what do I want to do? What do I want to have? And here's the big and, when do I want it to happen? And I think it's a very simple question. When is the best time to start making a change in your life? Matter of fact, when's the best time to do anything that you know is conducive to your happiness and to your desires? When's the best? You tell me, when's the best time to start making a change? When's the best time to start really going after what you want? When's the best time to start changing your life in the way that you want it to change? When is the best time to grow into the next version of yourself? When is the best time to stop letting society decide what your actions are going to be? When is the best time? When? I'm not even going to tell you all the answers. I'm going to let you answer it yourself. It could be whatever you want it to be. It could be next month. It could be next year. What do you want? I know a lot of people who like to push their goals back so they don't have to work on it now. Lazy and scary. That's what I call you. Yeah, but next year. What about now? You know how many opportunities you can miss right now, waiting till next year? It could be a job opportunity. And because you're not thinking about it right now, you're going to miss it. So now that the job you desire is gone, it's out of here. Because you waited too long because you thought that it was always going to be there. No sense of urgency. You don't know what hand you're going to be dealt with next year. You don't know what your circumstances are going to be. A lot of people counted on 2020 being something, and the pandemic hit. What happened? Totally switched that up for a lot of people, huh? So you don't know what the future has to offer. You don't have time. I'm just gonna say that. You don't have it. It's not in your control. You have to just adhere to time itself. So good morning. I hope it's what you desire. Since Birth 2 coming out tomorrow. Make sure y'all go Spotify, iTunes, download it. Currently right now, you can search it under K Cannon. Working on being able to search it under Good News as well. Right now, you make sure you download that thing. Show some love and support. Me and Kev did some great music on this one. If you like the last one, you're really, really going to enjoy this next one. Really believe it. Like I said, man, the best part about our music, for the most part, you can play in the car with your kids. And they're going to be motivated by it. They're going to feel it. I promise you. You're going to feel it too. Because y'all know what we on. So make sure y'all caught that tomorrow. It's free. I mean, it's free. It's free, bro. Everything we do is free. Come on now. We giving this stuff out. Just so people can have some value in their life. You know, and like it feels good. I feel good. I get to be the same person I am on air as I am in the music. I get to be who I desire to be. So you be who you desire to be. Share your gifts with the world. Give it out. The results will come. Just be a part of the journey and make it yours. Don't be afraid. Jump in. Jump all the way in. Because that's the best way to learn how to swim. And chances are you got people around you that's not going to let you drown anyways. Chances are you got people in your circle that's not going to let you fail. Chances are you go after your dreams, you're not going to be homeless. I'm sure somebody, I always say, look, man, this don't work out. I got a lot of people couch I can sleep on because they know what I'm made of. They know what I'm built from. I know nobody couch because I'm lazy. I know nobody couch because I ain't trying to figure it out. I know nobody couch because I ain't working. I'm on the couch because I'm sacrificing. And that's even if I get there. But that's the worst that can happen is I end up on the homie couch for a couple of weeks. Okay, if that's what it takes for me to get everything I desire, count me in. So what's the worst that can happen if you go after your dreams? What's the worst that can happen if you go after what you desire? What's the worst that can happen? And then you look at what's the best thing that can happen. The worst that can happen, and then look at the best thing that can happen. You weigh it. You weigh the risk and the reward. It's the best way to make your decision. If it works out, I'll be a billionaire. If it doesn't work out, the worst that can happen, I move back to my mama's house. That's not bad. It's not a bad risk reward situation going on here. Worst happen, I gotta move back home. Damn, that's the worst. You've already been there. You've already been at the worst. The worst that happens, you go back to where you came from. So, ladies and gentlemen, take the freaking risk. Go after it. Give yourself a chance and an opportunity. You don't know what that chance and opportunity turns into. Hell, I might not ever have a hit song. Me and Kev might not ever have a hit song. But I see that my daughter is starting to enjoy the music. So this could just be a catalyst for her. You don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what the result is. But I know that doing what I'm doing, being who I am, becoming who I'm becoming, is allowing me to affect myself, the people around me. And ultimately, I get to create more of a journey for myself, more of an experience. So, ladies and gentlemen, until Wednesday, top of the morning to you. New start time is 9 a.m. I'll see y'all then. Y'all make sure y'all go after it like your life depends on it, because it does. And I'm out.